Hello everybody. I got some Roma tomatoes the other day and I thought maybe since I already have some canned, I'm going to get a can of that and I'm going to make me some macaroni, hamburger, and tomatoes. Let me get this out. Sorry about that. I've got just enough macaroni left to make some more macaroni and tomatoes and hamburgers. So let me get the hamburger. Okay, I like to use my Tupperware spaghetti cooker. All you do is just dump the macaroni or spaghetti in there and you add enough water to cover it. You do not put this in, and that's your strainer. You put your arrow here, and it strains out your water when you get it done. So I'm going to put this in the microwave, and I will be back. And while that is cooking, I wanted to show you my pastor made some pizza sauce. But you can use it for spaghetti too. So I'm going to use this today to pour in with a can of my tomatoes that I did September 23rd. Or not September. Did I have September down there? Oh no, it's an 8. I'm sorry. August. That's because them not done yet if I done September. I didn't do the 8 right. That's okay. It'll work. Now, let me get busy over here at the stove and put this ground chuck in that I bought. And I need to use it. So we'll put the ground chuck in and I will bring you over closer. Okay, let's get the ground chuck. I'm going to use this pan here. It's a Tupperware also. I'm not advertising, I'm just telling you what I'm using. I don't sell or anything like that. Okay, now we'll take this ground chuck. And we're going to start the stove. And I think I'm going to start the stove. There we go. Sometimes I just don't push it the right place. That's okay. So I'm going to put this ground chuck in there. And let me get some ingredient here. I got to find my handy gadget that my daughter-in-law got me for Christmas one year. And I use easy onion. Sorry about I'm sitting here apologizing anyway. It's just me. I'm going to use some easy onion because I like to put that in instead of chopping up onions and everything. You just take it and squirt it out. It depends on how much you want in it. I usually do about a tablespoon more just to give it a little bit of flavor. And then I'm just going to take this and just chop it up a little bit. These are really a handy gadget, I'll tell you. I guess you can buy them at the dollar store now. I know this wasn't bought there, but I've had it for a few years. I don't want to do that too much. Get that out of there. It'll get out later. Okay, I'm going to lay this on this spoon right here. Just let that cook. And then we will be back when this gets to cooking. and the macaroni gets done. Okay, I had some Roma tomatoes. I got a whole box of them in a can. I always like to throw a fresh tomato in there. These are Roma. Okay, let's see if I can get you down there a little bit. Yeah, these are fresh, and I'm going to go ahead and just chop this one up and throw it in with the ground chuck. See how meaty these tomatoes are without hardly any seeds? That's the kind I like to can. Yes. Matter in fact, better than that. I like to eat them. Do 6 more minutes on that. Just chop these little things up into pieces. And I have a whole box. If I decide I want more, I'll get it. But it's amazing how these, I call them Amish paste Roma tomatoes, really are meaty. I can them over. I would rather can them over than the other juicier ones. So I'm going to cook these right in there. I'm not going to try to take any seeds out. There's not that many. Or I'm not going to peel it because there's a lot of vitamins in that whole tomato. So let's just cook that down with that. Add some extra freshness to it. Show you what I got here, okay? I'm going to show you what I got. There it is. Cook that up. That ground chuck. Then we'll put the macaroni and stuff in it. And the spices, which I don't use hardly any, but we do need salt and pepper. So let me get that, and I'll be right back. It was very rainy here this morning in MacArthur, but sun's shining now. So I'm going to just add some salt and pepper to this. There we go. Just a few pinches. I have this with salt and pepper together. Works for me. So I use it that way. And then there's our other spice, is the Spice World Easy Onion, which is really good stuff if you don't want to peel an onion, or if you don't want everybody to know there's so much onion in there, or onion. It just blends in real good. So we'll get this, continue to cook. It's a beautiful day. It's a good day for macaroni, hamburger, and tomatoes. That's why I can tomatoes, is because I like them canned tomatoes that we do ourselves instead of the ones I buy in a store. I used to do these for my mother. She's been gone for 2 years. Almost, so I just now continued this year to make them again because I just didn't want to make them. And I kicked myself all winter. My husband said, you better make them this year because you don't want to kick yourself all winter again. So this is cooking up real good. This is very easy to make. A lot of times we just do tomato and macaroni, and that's it. But since I had this ground chuck I need to use, I'm going to put that in there. It makes a nice meal, and I could always what I do is I have containers that I put it in. Some of these containers. Any leftover goes in there, it goes in the freezer, or for the next day or two, and use it that way. Seems like there's a lot of grease in this being ground chuck, but it might just be them tomatoes cooking down, so I need to get a paper towel. Use a paper towel to get down in there and get that greasy stuff out of your ground chuck or hamburger or whatever. I never buy hamburger these days, it's always ground chuck. And so you can see, ouch, how much grease that takes off. Look at that. I need something. Put that on. But yeah, it'll take out a bunch of grease. I used to have to drain it, but I don't anymore. I use one paper towel. It's a good way to get it. I'll show you. Let me turn you around. So you just go around there like that. It's a good little hack. It gets all, look at that grease. It's getting up out of there. Takes a lot of the grease out. You can see that much grease in there. Now I'll just throw that in the trash. Be right back when I get the macaroni. And we'll turn you around while I do the macaroni. Let me get this bowl out of the way. And on my Tupperware thing, I just put that arrow right on the end of where these holes are. Just hold it. Put it down in there, hold it, and drain it. It's that simple. That's one thing I kept when I moved over here was this. Okay, let me turn you back around now. I'll be right back. Okay, we got the grease out of the ground chuck. I'll show you. So we got this here, and we got this here. This is the macaroni I just showed you, and we're going to dump it in there. The water's all out of it. We're going to dump it in there because the hamburger, or I'll just call it hamburger, is done. So we're going to mix that all around in there. This doesn't take long, and it's a good little filler for you. Okay, let me turn so you can see what I'm doing there. Now, I'm going to take my tomatoes that I can. I'm just going to open them up and taste them. That was a good seal. Taste. Ooh, they smell good. Oh, man. No wonder my mother opened these up and ate them just like this. She always told me, she said, I just eat them right out of the can. Now I know why. Okay, I did open this and taste it the other day, or a couple days ago. Anyway, I'm going to put this in there, and this is what my pastor made. It's his pizza sauce, but I can use it in this too. So we'll put that in there. And it's got chunks of tomatoes too, which would make the pizza delicious. Yeah. Let me put this down in here. These go in the trash. Yeah, These go in the trash. I don't reuse them. I got lots of them. Okay, we got that in there. Let's stir that around now. Let me bring you up here and stir this around now. Good. Stir all that in there. See them big, thick tomatoes? I'm telling you what, them Roma paste tomatoes are the best to can. And I noticed the pastor, when he made these, the pizza sauce, there's little tiny chunks of tomato in that, so that would be good on a pizza. But I'm going to try it in this and see how we do here. Doesn't that look good? Now I'm just going to let that cook down for a while. And let that all cook into that macaroni. Instead of just stopping it, I'm going to let it cook down a little bit. And that will be my meal for supper. Not all of that. All that, I promise you. But we're going to let that cook down a little bit. And just tell you how good it is to be able to just go into your own pantry and get what you need to make what you want. And that's what I like, love canning. Because I used to do it for Mom. I'd do certain things for her, like beets, and she liked tomatoes, and she loved the relish. My older sis told me the other day, she said, Mom, before she went to church, she would open up the jar of relish that I'd make her. I'd give her the little jars, pint jars, and she would eat a big spoon of it before she went to church. Said it gave her energy, I guess. But the thing of it was, it had sugar in it. So, but anyway, the relish was great that I used to can. It was zucchini. This year I tried cucumbers. I'm waiting to taste it again. I thought it was just a little bit salty, but I don't eat a lot of salt, so. But I'm going to open it up and back up in a little bit in the refrigerator, because I've done 12 half pints of it. So we'll have that for hot dogs or in your potato salads or anything like that. You can macaroni salad. So that's about all I've done this year is the tomatoes, relish, and peach pie filling. I did that. So my pastor had some white peaches on his tree, and we was out there just to visit for a few minutes, and there he was picking them off the tree. So we got out, and I held the basket while him and Dan picked them. So anyway, that's why I got the white peach. Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, this is what I canned from the peaches he gave me. Now, some people say you cannot can white peaches. I shouldn't. That was already that like that. I opened it a couple of days ago. So it scared me because I didn't know that you wasn't supposed to do white peaches, but I had lemon juice, so I put lemon juice in it while I was cooking it, the filling. And so a lot of the people said, don't worry about it because you put acid in it. So I did, and I just want to show you the peach pie, white peach pie filling. And I only have been eating out of this jar. I'm telling you what, so delicious. I've been eating out of this jar since yesterday evening. I got that much going. I'll eat this right out of the jar. I won't be putting it in a pie. So there is an advantage to can your own stuff because you got your jar. You can open it up and eat right out of it. So now, let's see what that's doing up there, and then I'll get off of here. And let me show you, gotta get up first, what this is looking like. It's cooking down in there good. I like to cook it in because the macaroni absorbs what you're cooking it in, so there we go. See them big chunks tomato there? Them are delicious looking. Be back in a second. Okay, I think we're ready to do a taste test of these. It's still cooking down. We don't want a whole lot of juice. We want to cook into the macaroni, and so here is, we'll do a taste test. Now, what I'll do is I'll turn that off now. I think it's ready to, and let me bring you over here. Here's the macaroni and tomatoes. Let me bring you over here. Okay. Alrighty. It's hot. Very hot. And as that cools, it'll thicken in there. That's why I didn't want to cook it down too far and make it dry. Yeah, you can see the heat there. But that's your own home can, my own home can tomatoes. And I put a fresh one in there just because I wanted to cook it down with the stuff. And my pastor's pint of pizza sauce he made. I put it in there because it could be spaghetti sauce too to me, because I tasted it and it was pretty good. I want to eat this in front of you. I want to eat it in front of you. It's hot. Woo. I don't want to burn my tongue like some people do. Boy, this is going to be so good. Seasoned just right, I think. Mm. Mm. That burst of flavor is delicious. I bit down into the tomato, and then I tasted the meat and that little hint of the Spice World Easy Onion and the macaroni, of course. So it is delicious, and there you go. That's what we made today. God bless you all. Have a great day.